I had no friends. I really didn't have a life, and it was just misery for me. At age 15, I was on my own because I got kicked out. After leaving at 15, I started drinking and smoking, and I started selling and doing drugs. And I started with pot, and then I moved to heroin and cocaine. So I started getting addicted as well, and my life just spiraled downhill.
I always seem to be the black sheep of the family, though. Always getting in trouble, always running away. And I guess I started drinking and drugging when I was 10 years old. From my dad's liquor cabinet, we used to make homemade wine. And I just started with that, drinking, and then I got into smoking pot. So those were my two drug of choices when I was 10 years old. So after, I guess one of my first rehab, I continued to party and drink. I just thought I'd be smarter at it, not only do it on the weekends, not every day, but then it changed back into every day. I was making a lot of money at a young age, and more than I ever had in my life, of course. So I got into cocaine really, really heavily.
I was married for almost 10 years to my husband, and he decided to pass away on me. So I was having a really hard time coping with that, so I went to the alcohol. One drink went to 2 drinks to 3 drinks, and then it was basically nonstop. So when my sons would come over and see me drunk, that's very hard.
I think it was my senior year in school. I was introduced to marijuana. I started smoking pot. And I didn't do a lot of it, but then after I graduated high school, I started smoking marijuana on a regular basis. I'm pretty mechanically inclined, good with my hands, so I started my own roofing and siding business. And things were going good. I was making good money. And then, my help that I had, the things that they did, I kind of got introduced to crack cocaine, and I started smoking that and got in trouble with that. Spent a lot of my money, and it put a toll on my marriage. I finally had figured out how to kick the habit. I just went back to smoking pot again because it just made me lazy and not want to go out and find it. Eventually, I just pretty much kind of give up on everything, lost all hope, and basically went on a year-long drinking binge. I was drunk from the time I woke up to the time I passed out.
Grew up in a probably verbally and physically abusive parents. Both were alcoholics. 8 kids in the family. I was one of the lucky ones that didn't really get hit or verbally abused very often. For some reason, I didn't get the abuse, but I saw the abuse. Started drinking, in my early 20s, and just like my parents, it just didn't stop. And for like the last 30 years, I've been addicted to alcohol and had some problem with pain medication.
When I was a senior in high school, I made the mistake of playing with a Ouija board, and that's where a lot of the problems started. And I had dealt with demonic possession, actually, and then I was born again and released from that. But I made a lot of mistakes as a Christian. Like I didn't have a support system. Basically, I had demonic oppression after that, and that's been like 30 years. So it's been most of my life I've been dealing with this. And I tried secular rehab for a long time, and it never worked because the issue that I needed to address was a Christian one. I struggled with addiction. It just caused me a lot of pain, and I was just stuck in it, and I could never get out of it until I came here.
I definitely knew I needed help. I knew I couldn't do it on my own. The only way I could do it is with God's help and the mission.
I didn't want to do drugs anymore. Every time I started doing drugs, I had to do more. It wasn't even getting me high, but I was getting sick every single day.
For a long time, I kept silent because I thought, who am I going to tell this to? And finally I came here, and I started sharing my story to staff, and people said, yes, we understand what you're talking about. You know, demonic oppression is real. There is definitely a battle going on between darkness and light. And so just having somebody understand where I'm coming from was just a great relief.
Once I came to the mission, it was about 9 months into the Men's Life Recovery Program that I became free, that I fully surrendered everything.
I'll be honest, there was times I wanted to leave. I was wanting to leave here 3-4 times a week. I blew up, that's it, I'm done, I'm gone, you know. But then I just kept thinking, wait a minute, Don, you know, you started so many things in your life and you really never finished them. And I said, no, that's it, I'm gonna stick this through, and it's the best choice I ever made.
For any message I can give to you today is never give up hope on God. Because I came here, I had no hope whatsoever of any kind of recovery. I gave up on hope with God because I stopped hearing the Holy Spirit talk to me. But when I got here and found out it was a Christian program, I knew it was God. I knew I had to be at the right place. And I am so grateful today that mission, God used the mission to help me and many others.
Every staff member I've run into here, just they care that much. I mean, it's just amazing. And you know, I tell the new guys that are up here, I said, you got friends that you don't know about yet. Just wait and let it happen.
I really want to thank the Rescue Mission for, you know, having me here for the last almost close to 2 years now, you know, being in transition. Giving me the skills and the tools and the, you know, getting me back into the Word and getting me back with Christ in my life.
Take a chance. Do it for yourself, for number one, and do it for your family and friends. The mission has been there for me the entire time.
It's great because I'm free, I don't wake up sick. I'm happy all the time, I'm not angry, I'm not mad at everybody. I got a great job. I'm moving forward in life. I don't have to beg anybody for anything. I get to help people out when I can. And it's just amazing.
Just nothing but compassion and understanding here. And so I feel different now than I did before, a lot different.
You know, and God's answered my prayers. He's blessed me in ways that I would have never thought possible before. And I mean, I'm just so grateful. You know, I'm grateful to be alive. You know, I'm grateful to be able to offer help to somebody.
My relationship with my kids are just awesome. I talk to them at least twice a week. They're very supportive, you know. They're like, go Mom.
I just can't thank God enough for giving me hope. I mean, when I gave up, I just really gave up any hope at all for Drew. And what can I say? It's amazingly, here I am right now today.
I've been called many names before, but now I like to be called Resurrected Rex because I'm a new creation now within Christ.